just system memory, to the point where you can build almost an entire gaming setup with nothing but Corsair parts. So why don't we give it a shot? At the heart of almost any sick gaming and streaming rig is an AMD Ryzen processor, and we went with the Ryzen 7 3700X, mostly because the Ryzen 5000 series isn't out yet. It's roughly $300, features 8 cores and 16 threads, and at this price is pretty much the best bang for the buck when it comes to a multitasking CPU. In order to avoid an awkward situation where we do a build video and then 2 weeks later it's irrelevant, we chose the ASUS ROG Crosshair 8. It runs an X570 chipset, allowing you to easily upgrade to the new Ryzen 5000 series CPUs once they land. It's also got solid VRMs if you're into overclocking. AMD has said that Ryzen 5000 should be an overclocking beast. 11 USB Type-A ports, onboard Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, and yeah, it's expensive at $380, but it's about as feature-rich as it gets. For system memory, naturally we've gone Corsair, and naturally we've gone for RGB lighting. This is their Vengeance RGB, and we've got a 32 gig kit here, clocked at 33 megahertz CL16. At 150 bucks, this is a pretty darn good bang for the buck in terms of performance today, and probably not needing to upgrade for quite some time. What's a little dumb is having to remove this grill from the fan in order to get at the M.2 slot, but what's not dumb is going with a Corsair MP600 PCI Express Gen 4 SSD. It's rated for read speeds of almost 5 gigabytes per second, and at $180 for a very fast boot drive, it's pretty darn reasonable. It actually comes with a cooler, but as you can see, we stripped it off because our intention was to mount it under the spreader that's built into our motherboard. So, for our case, we've gone practical today here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Corsair 275 Airflow, and they're really taking the Airflow thing seriously. Yes, they do have kind of like a stylistic front panel that really doesn't have a lot of gaps for airflow in it, but then, bam! Not only do they have these gaps in the side, they actually went and popped it off the rest of the case. So you've got almost unimpeded access to fresh airflow from the sides, at least in theory. We'll see how it goes. It's also got a tempered glass side panel, magnetic fan filter doodad up here, and of course, cable management up the wazoo with room behind the motherboard tray for most of your cables, and then a basement down in the bottom to cram all the ones that you couldn't figure out how to hide. Of course, managing our unnecessary cables won't be a problem with our modular Corsair RM750X power supply. Corsair was one of the first to jump into the modular power supply game, and they've got it pretty much down to a science at this point. So we'll pop this into the bottom. This case has nice tall feet, so we're not going to worry about having our fan down and it getting suffocated or anything like that. Screw it in from the back and go ahead and add our 24-pin connector, our 8-pin connector for the CPU, our other more different 8-pin connectors for the graphics card, and then we're also going to need a SATA cable to power some of our other peripherals. Oh, the juice. Okay, got it figured out. It's just this motherboard. The plate that covers the fan here also covers the middle screw hole. So I guess I'll start with some of the other ones first. So I've got a little nubbin that's holding it in place. This is a feature I really like of Corsair's cases. This was also a hilarious innovation the first time I saw it. A box for the accessories that's shaped like a hard drive with hard drive holes that comes in the hard drive tray. Neat. Our fan upgrade, not exactly a practical one, but there's no doubt that Corsair's ML120 Pro RGB fans with their magnetic levitation bearings and, of course, RGB lighting both perform great and look fantastic. So we're going to hook them all up to a Commander Pro RGB and fan controller that I'm going to just bury in the basement and not bother to cable manage, because cable managing RGB stuff is a nightmare. Look at it all. 2 wires per fan! Even though some elements of this rig are more bang for the buck, our cooling configuration is going to be freaking awesome. 3 intakes at the front, and then 3 exhausts in the top and the back. Now these 2 I can't put in yet because I need to mount them to my H100i RGB Pro XT liquid cooler first. Yeah, main features of this puppy, RGB lighting, and, well, it's an AIO liquid cooler. Keep that CPU nice and cool. This is the key moment in radiator mounting when you either knock everything down or you get the whole thing lined up in one go. So I had mounted the fans with the long radiator screws. Look a little something like that. Had them just stacked there. Now I'm gonna try and put them all the way through the rad. Get the whole thing secured. Did I get it? Oh, I got two. That's most of the battle. Nice. That's a quick AIO mount right there. Thermal paste is pre-applied and I cheated and used the quick mount instead of the one that takes longer. So we're just gonna pop that on there. I mean, what are we talking? Maybe 1 degree with the different mounting pressure, 2? Is this gonna have enough room for the GPU? Yeah, it should be fine, right? Oh god, this is really tight. Okay, running our 8-pin for the CPU power connector up here. It's gonna be a real tight fit, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That extra 4-pin next to it. We only really need that if we're going to extreme overclock. We're also going to plug in our 24-pin at this time after running it through the cable management grommet here, giving us a nice, clean look. This is all fan and RGB connectors. That's why the Commander Pro comes in real handy. Okay, that's going to go there. That hangs off there. And we plug all our fans into that. All right, which way do you guys want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Or wrong. Perfect. We're not going to do that. As much as fan and RGB wiring is annoying, though, this really does make it quite a lot less painful having it all go to one place. So I'm just going to tuck this down here, and then tuck these over here, and the cable management shouldn't look front panel audio goes right here. I just love this pass-through here. I hate it when cases don't have that. This is really annoying. This USB port doesn't line up with where it would need to be to go straight through the cable management hole, so we're stuck with kind of a bit of an awkward thing there. But what I'm kind of hoping is that when we bring the GPU cable through, it'll kind of hide that behind the GPU and the power cables. The connectors for the front power and buttons are an example of why I do like to have a cable management hole, like kind of right here. But you can see we can reuse the one that can be used for GPU cables as well if you want to bring them up from the bottom. So that works out pretty good. Actually, should we bring the GPU cables up from the bottom? What do you think? This location versus this one? What do you want to see? You like the side? Okay. I like it because it can help with GPU sag a little bit if you bring it over top. That's the main reason. It's not for aesthetics. On that note, it's finally time to put the graphics card in. So we're going to pull out these two CCI covers. Wow. Wrong magnet. Okay. And let's see here. Does that fit all right? Hey, they can stop making these runs between the two connectors so long because no one's going to run dual GPUs anymore. Okay, for a system with RGB all over, this is not bad. Got to use the old trick. Came together pretty nicely, didn't it? Not bad. Still gotta fire it up and make sure everything works, but so far not bad. Now it's time for phase 2 of the build. Peripherals. If you told me Corsair was gonna have everything but the CPU, GPU, and motherboard under their umbrella, like even all the peripherals, just like a few years ago, I've been like, actually, yeah, they seem to be on their way towards world domination. That makes sense. Probably what I would have said. One of the big highlights today is, of course, the K100 RGB. It features Corsair's iconic all-aluminum construction and the new IQ wheel. So this thing's super cool. You can use it to like zoom or scroll between alt tabs, and actually it's got an SDK, so the potential is kind of limitless. That's pretty neat. It's got like a wraparound RGB lighting that we'll see in a moment here. 4,000 hertz polling rate, which is apparently thanks to using a USB 2 data path instead of USB 1.1. And this particular one is equipped with Cherry MX Speed switches, although there is a different version using Corsair's OPX switches that are optically triggered. It's got Corsair's traditional pretty solid build quality. That's real fine actually, but a price to match at over $200. But hey, It's got that management for your headset wire. Ooh, David, I missed the best part. Look at this wrist rest. It's so plushy. Also, does it mount magnetically? Now I'm feeling fancy. I'm a fancy gamer. For our mouse, we're using a Dark Core RGB Pro. We actually managed to forget to grab a Corsair mouse pad, so I guess what we're going to find out is how well it tracks on a random vinyl sticker surface here. Ooh, IQ Nexus, their companion touchscreen. We were supposed to do a short circuit unboxing of this thing. I saw this. It looked super cool, but I never got around to it. So I guess we're going to find out how it works here. This is officially Corsair's most hilarious product. They've dropped all pretense. This is the Corsair RGB. It just sits on your desk and is RGB. And they're not even pretending that it is going to have some other function, like being a mouse that's also RGB or a case that also has RGB. This is just RGB. Oh wait, no, wait. There's a headphone stand, doohickey you can attach to it, but that's optional. There we go. How funny is it that they intentionally hung the headphones off the back so that it wouldn't get in the way of the RGB? Okay, you could do this if you want. But then you're only getting 75% of the RGB that you paid for. Clearly, this is the way. I don't know. The Stream Deck XL if you're not familiar with the Stream Deck lineup, every one of these is a screen. So you can put like your scene or images or have like a soundboard or something. Each one of these can have a unique function. We won't actually be using one of the key benefits of the wave-free microphone from Elgato because the wireless headset, if you plug directly into it, you can actually control both volume and mixing of volume and your own voice directly on the microphone itself. Comes with a little adapter if you have one, but we're just going to throw it on the little standy stand here. And then that leaves only one of their big new products, which is the Elgato Ring Light. It's Wi-Fi enabled, which means you can control it with an app on your phone, or I never do that. I usually use the app on my computer. But then I guess if you're in game, yeah, it makes sense. You might actually use it. Okay, I get it now. Usually I'm streaming and then as a ring light, of course, one of the key benefits is that you get nice, even illumination around your face. A little camera mount right in the middle there, so you can mount your camera right in the middle. We can adjust the color temperature and the brightness, but in software. So we're going to go ahead and get the app installed when we boot up the system. Let's see if this works. Now that everything is functioning, I'm adding some RGB accents. We've got our fans lit up, so that looks pretty sweet. Oh yeah. Now we'll find out, David and I were talking about this off camera, how the RGB is going to look through the front grill. I would say not bad. We're going to have to get a B-roll shot of it or something, not in like bright light, because it looks way cooler when it's not under studio lighting. There are a couple configuration things that are a little weird right now. I couldn't get the ring lights to sync wirelessly for whatever reason. My ones at home work instantly, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. And then this is a funny one. The backlight definitely works on this, but when I load the profile for the H100i RGB, it's like not backlight. It's like it's in a power saving mode or something. So it's working. See, check this out. That's extreme. And I go ahead and apply it. Sec. There we go. Oh, buena zona. Recuerdas un compañero. Everything else seems to be working pretty much normally. So all that's left now is to actually fire up the game, I guess. Alright, I may not have chosen the most intense game, but it's definitely in line with our RGB picture, alright, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I missed out! You might not want to do it. Hey, I realize for some of you this might not live up to the expectations you might have had for what we were going to do with this epic Corsair gaming rig, but look, I don't judge. Whatever people want to stream, go ahead and stream. Corsair, in particular, has got all the gear that you need to do it. So you can check it all out at the link in the video. Thanks again to Corsair for sponsoring this video, and thanks to you guys for checking it out. If you enjoyed it, maybe check out, what else? Yeah, check out the rest of our all whatever builds.
Te metí la puta voz, me quedo como muérete. No maté.
active. Artillery
possible
inbound.
color scheme, except one, retro. Specifically,
Hay que capturar el 10%. Vamos,
Strike incoming.
cyan and hot pink colors. You always see on PC builds. Quite the hype these past several years. In fact, there was even a music
Muertos
genre
en la casa que los llaman
synthwave
motor.
that was created in the
Listo, buena,
2000s
buena, buena, buena.
often espouse nostalgia for 1980s culture and I'm actually a huge fan of retro music myself. I'm sure you guys have used a lot of retro music in the past. I thought I could pour some of my passion inside of the PC build. Since I love the color scheme so much, I thought we could do like a cool futuristic retro theme system. And it's been a while since I've done a custom modded system on the channel anyway, so I think now is the time. I also want to give a huge thanks to Gigabyte and Taiwan Excellence for making this video possible. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the symbol of Taiwan Excellence is the highest recognition given to the very best and most innovative Taiwanese companies and products. They celebrate and promote these companies and products to the world, and Gigabyte happens to be one of those companies. More than 150 Gigabyte products have won this prestigious award over the years, with 4 Gigabyte products awarded in 2020 alone. Hence why we are using mostly Gigabyte products for this PC build. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this system is about performance as much as it's about aesthetics. It's about a 50-50 split. This is not a value PC by any means. It's not gonna bring you any bang for the buck. My goal is simply to build a high-end system to max out games in 1440p resolution while having a retro color scheme. So with that said, let's quickly go over the parts, starting with the processor. This is the AMD Ryzen 9 3900. This is the non-X version of the 12-core 24-thread processor, which has a slightly lower base and boost clock, but it doesn't really matter since I'll be overclocking it anyways. Not only is it great for gaming, but it's also perfect for workstation-related tasks, whether it's editing videos, streaming games, or any CPU-intensive tasks. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be overclocking the CPU to its maximum potential, and to achieve such high numbers, I'm gonna need an AIO to get the job done. And since this is an all Gigabyte build, I decided to go with the Aura's liquid cooler. One of the things I like about their new cooler is the circular full color LCD, which can be customized to show pictures or hardware information, which is pretty cool. The motherboard I'm pairing with the CPU is the X570 Aura's Extreme. This is a good looking 16 power phase board with a buttload of features like triple PCI Gen 4 M.2 slots, built-in Wi-Fi, and it comes included with their RGB fan commander, which supplies 8 fan and LED headers. However, I won't be using that since I'll be going with the Lian Li Mini fans instead. Since we're on the X570 platform, I wanted to take advantage of PCI Gen 4 speed, so that is why I'm using the Aura's Gen 4 M.2 SSD. With blazing speeds of up to 5,000 megabytes per second read and up to 4,400 megabytes per second write, this is going to drastically reduce the load times on my applications and games. For memory, we are throwing in 32 gigs of RAM running at 3600 megahertz. The Aura's RGB memory is going to fit perfectly with the build with its good-looking aluminum heatsinks and perfectly diffused RGB lighting. And since we're using all Aura's products, we're going to be able to sync all the lighting together easily with the RGB fusion software. Lighting is going to be just as important if I'm going to pull off this retro color scheme. Now for the graphics card, I did go with the Gigabyte RTX 3080 gaming OC to max out games in 1440p resolution. This is the OC edition, which means it comes out of the box with an 1800 megahertz core clock, but I will be manually overclocking the graphics card to see how much performance I can squeeze out of it. Powering the build is the Gigabyte 750 GM 80 Plus Gold Certified power supply, which is more than enough for all of these parts, plus any overclocking that I'll be doing to this system. And I like that it's fully modular because I can plug in only the cables I'll need to free up extra space in the case. But you guys know how we do it here on the channel. We never stick with the nasty stock cables. So I went on Amazon and I ordered these awesome looking retro cable extensions. And finally, the case I'll be using is the Gigabyte C200 Glass. I personally like the clean, sleek aesthetic of this tower. It sports a tinted tempered glass panel on the side and front with a subtle RGB lighting. As clean as this case is, it's gonna need some modding to fit the retro color scheme that I'm going for. And I'm sure you guys have guessed at this point, we're gonna be using these vinyl to wrap some parts of the case. And I do have some mods actually coming in later today. Oh man, I'm so excited to finally start doing these modded PC build. It's been a while, you guys. But anyways, with that said, let's begin. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with the big boy motherboard, the X570 Auras Extreme. Let's get you out of this bag. That said, let's begin. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with the big boy motherboard, the X. It's always hard filming with one hand and unboxing the other, but this thing is actually looking a lot bigger than I imagined. Cheese and rice. I actually don't think this is gonna fit inside the case. Hold up, I just took Gigabyte's word for it. I didn't even check compatibility. We have an extended motherboard going inside a small mid-tower case. Oh no siree, that is not gonna work indeed. It is covering up the cutouts. That is not gonna look good, unfortunately. Oh man, I really wanted to use this board. Yeah, see, it's covering up those 3 cutouts and half of the other cutout on the side there. So there's literally no space to run the cable, so we cannot use this board. All right, we're gonna have to put you back, and we'll use you for a different build. Don't you worry. Let's put you back on the bottom and see what other board we can use. We do have 3 of these. Actually, I think this will be perfect. The Auras B550 Elite. I think this is gonna be much better. Let's just do a quick confirmation. Oh yeah, much better. It is not covering any of these cutouts. So I think we're gonna be good to go. Let's go ahead and
Hardcore team deathmatch.
By pulling off the protection.
We must push back the Iron Curtain. Get in the fight.
All right, let's pop in the processor. We're not gonna need the cooler, so let's put this aside. Oh Jesus. Go well. You know what? This is actually a challenge, you guys. I'm gonna build this entire PC with one hand. Let's see how far I can. Pull the lever. Match the triangles on the CPU and the socket. Gently lay it down. Close the lever. Boom. Step 1 is done. We are using all 4 sticks. Occupy all 4 of the dip slots. Let's lower down the tabs. Wrong side. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is install the M.2 SSD in here. And guys, I'm super excited to finally use my electric toothbrush for the first time that I opened up on the last unboxing video. This is going to be so cool. Yeah.
Enemy counter spy plane inbound.
Rose gold.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take this apart real quick. Oh, it's magnetic too. I didn't even know that. Oh my god, I love this. Whatever.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
These parts are already installed. Alright, so before I install the motherboard inside the case, I want to do the most difficult mod first. There's going to be some drilling required. I don't want any of the shavings to come in contact with the board, potentially damaging the component. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to remove the power supply shroud so that I can skin it. And we do have some vinyl wrap over here. I'm going to try and figure out which matches the cable best. So we got some custom cables. Well, not really custom actually. These are pre-built from Amazon. And let's see which of these matches the cables first. Let's start off with the pink. I don't know what it is in the hot pink, but it stands out so much compared to the other pink. Unfortunately, it doesn't really match the pink on the cable. So side. pink. That doesn't work, I think. Yeah, this is it. We have a winner. The closest. I know it doesn't really show up that great on camera, but in person, it's not going to be identical. So let's go with this one for the pink, and then let's try this one. Is ding, ding, ding. We got a winner. What kind of blue is this? Sky blue. Alright, so we got sky blue and whatever pink this is. So
Enemy
I can't
napalm
use
strike
one
incoming.
single color for the power supply. It's going to be too much of that same color. It's not going to balance the rest of the power supply shroud is going to be too pink, and then vice versa. So I decided to kind of do a diagonal skin in the middle. Like one side will be pink, and then one side will be blue. I think that will look a lot better. Alright guys, now it's time for the most difficult part of this build. Getting the power supply shroud out so that I can properly skin it. The only way I can do that is by removing these rivet pins that are installed by the manufacturer. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this before on the Broly build, where I did the exact same thing, and I skinned the power supply shroud in white. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing this time. There are two ways to do it. The first way is by using a chisel and by breaking the head.
Sit rep. Napalm strike inbound.
Destination mark.
Sniper in the turn. We have eyes on. Spy plane flight time 50% on my mark. Mark. Care package available for tasking. Thanks for the work. Spy plane terminating overflight.
Turret active. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile care package inbound. Enemy spy plane inbound. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. We're in the lead. Pulled ahead.
Enemies destroyed the turret.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO. Zagot. Victory is ours.
Claro, no pude matar a casi
Was there
más
ever
que
any
6.
doubt?
Mira, se ve que mató a 20.
¿Tú mataste más que a 6?
Mira, ese soy yo. Y apuntar. Oye, qué malo soy.
We're not gonna take it. I've
Hardcore team deathmatch. Break and engage. Enemy care package above. RCXD available. Perimeter established. Angels 8. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile sentry turret active. Priority testing request received. Faster, exiting AO. Artillery targeting detected. Net call. Incoming artillery. Care package on standby. Enemy care package above. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Care package on standby. Cruise missile inbound. Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Thanks up.
Pick it up, HVA. Enemy air patrol inbound.
Mover is down.
HVA mission clock is dry. All HVA operators retreat. That's a hard fail.
It's not our day. Exiting AO.
Hardcore domination. Securing Alpha. Take the objectives. Alpha locked down. We've pulled ahead. Losing Alpha. Taking Charlie. Okay. C locked down. Securing A. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Sitrep, napalm strike inbound. Securing Bravo. Bravo locked down. Losing B. Losing Bravo. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Losing B. We lost B. Taking Bravo. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Securing B.
RCXD available.
Exceeding
way,
rally
that's the
points.
easy way.
Seize the objectives. Securing Charlie. Pulling ahead. C secure.
The XD has been destroyed.
Enemy has A. Taking B. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Final lockdown. Losing Bravo. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Hostile overhead. Losing Bravo. Hostile counter spy plane established above.
Care package available for tasking.
It's as good as ours. Keep it tight and by the numbers.
Standing by. RCXD ready.
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Mission area secured. You made JSOC proud.
Textbook.
Oh, headshot.
United States versus Billie Holiday. All right.
Is that what you fucking do? Like, to cheat?
To cheat. Yeah, that's the thing. If you got to cheat, you suck. 60.
Alright, 4 mics to 3 mics. I still like it.
Yeah, could you imagine 60,000 accounts off of Warzone deleted because they were hacking? 60,000.
Right. And some of the,
That's that's
Like-
a hell of a number.
right, and how many have they deleted off the fucking actual Cold War?
Mm-hmm.
Not this war.
Well, they'll probably give it
Warzone.
6 months. They'll probably get another 6 months, then they'll look at it again.
Hardcore team deathmatch. You're representing the company. Work clean, work fast.
Got your 60.
We're in the lead.
God damn.
Still got it. I hear it. Where they at?
I heard him yell at me, cocksucker.
Where they at, D?
Watch out, back up, back up.
Mm,
Oh, shit.
got me.
Right there, that guy's who I was aiming for. And he cussed me
Sorry.
again. Sorry, brother.
It's alright.
He keeps trying to get up here and get high ground. Nice.
Boat. By the boat. By the boat.
Oh, in the back alley too, where B-bomb is. He's up on the bus, crossing Domination B. I'm gonna go get me a high spot.
Let's flip him. Let's flip him.
Oh, I see you. Oh, dude! There, got blue leader shooting at me from across the room. You fag,
What's
I'm
it?
gonna come kill you.
See, dude,
We're
I'm
losing
so
this
fight. Look at that.
irritated with my goddamn thumbstick. What the fuck? That is That's like at least 4 games
Pulling
in a row that
ahead.
my thumbstick is fucking meleeing for no goddamn reason.
Oh, watch out, Thor. I thought I got it up in there.
Yeah, choke your ass out, bitch.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. We've fallen behind.
Stuff in that window.
Oh, fuck. Where A domination is. By the beach. Up in the top of A domination by the beach.
Above.
That's cool. I learned how to name all those.
Enemy spy plane
I'm
inbound.
gonna kill that fucker. Oh, motherfucker! Like there's a bot. He shot at me while looking the other way. Talking about that just a minute ago. And I was like,
Missile inbound.
no fucking way. He was looking out the window and shot the other way.
Yeah.
And it still hit me. I'm like, nah. He was looking out the window and shot me. And it suddenly looked like the gun pointed toward me.
RCXD ready.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, that dude's a bot. Ain't no fucking doubt of it.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
I'll get his name. I'll report that time.
Your RCXD has been destroyed.
Oh, come on.
Fuck back
Killed
up.
me. Teammate killed me.
Hostile care package inbound.
Wow.
Multiple
Wood
hostile sentry
burner.
turrets working your AO.
Woodbender.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and he's got a turret up there in that same building.
Spy plane.
Somebody got it. Good job.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Right there, yeah. Is he in the outfit that looks like he's some kind of punk? Look at that. You can't shoot through it. Even. Oh, come on. I need to look at all my internet.
Sit rep. Napalm strike
Reading here in a
inbound.
minute.
Enemy care package above. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Got your ass off there, bitch.
Enemy RCXD detected.
2 of them up there.
Cruise missile inbound.
I'm making a point to kill them.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Up, he got it. He got the second number. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Oh wow. RC. Oh come on. Yeah, dude. There's something going on. You notice these last couple games we got in, they've been all fucked up. Yeah. Dope Toke and Jon Snowho. Yeah. These two right there. They fuck.
Enemy care package above.
Spy plane mission timeline halfway check.
Hostile care package inbound. Napalm strike inbound.
Yeah, right there. I mean,
Returning to base.
didn't even show him on. I got shot and the only thing showing was his head.
Enemy cruise missile launch detected.
Look at that. Oh, dude, I'm about done. I'm telling you. Right back out this and go to something else. Cause there ain't no way this shit's going on. It fucking up my JDR.
No
For
shit.
no reason. Right there. I mean, the same dude shot 2 of us right through the building.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
Yeah.
Hostile artillery targeting active. Artillery inbound.
And you notice they're the ones sending the artillery and all that bullshit. Yeah,
Enemy
snow
sentry
show.
turret detected in your AO. Hostile
Yep.
spy plane established overhead. There's no coming back
Look
from
at that. You a
All your
fucking
asses
queer.
back home,
I'll tell you
CIA.
what. You a suck dick.
Damn it, this wasn't the plan.
Look at the wall.